Hi everyone, tonight I'm gonna show you how to make a very simple program using the Mazak editor from Geopath. And first I'm gonna show you the part I'm gonna be programming, and this is very simple. It's a 2-inch diameter by the length is gonna be 2-inch also, and here this diameter is only 3/4, and from here to here is also 3/4. So it's something very simple. I'm gonna minimize this. I'm gonna go to Mazak utilities, and then I come to make Mazatrol Mazatrol editor. I'm gonna go to the file. First I'm gonna find the directory, and I'm gonna give it any number 1, 2, 3, 4. It's telling me that the file does not exist. Create the file, yes, right? Okay, so now we're gonna say file, new, and then we're gonna select matrix LATHE. Alright, first here I'm gonna select what kind of material we're gonna be making the part of. So we're gonna select aluminum, and since the part is 2 inches, we're gonna have to use 2.25 inch material, right? And we're gonna say that the ID diameter, we have a hole, but we don't have any hole, so I'm just gonna say 0. And the length is, I'm just gonna say 3 inches. It needs to be longer than the part, and we know the length of the part is 2 inches, so I'm just gonna say 3 inches. And the workpiece is I'm just gonna say 0.80, which usually means the stock of the extra material I have on the face. And then these are going to ignore, and here I'm gonna say 2000 RPM. This is my maximum RPM. And then the first unit, or the first process, remember that Mazatrol system works with a process instead of the G code. We have cycles, right? G76, G72, G73, and so on. So here I'm gonna do a phasing, and then I'm gonna say phase machining, phase. Wait a minute. I said. Close this. I'm gonna go again. Yes, we're gonna say matrix LATHE, aluminum, 2.25 inch, 0, length 3 inches, 0.100, 0.080, 2000 RPM, unit, turning, facing, right? So I'm gonna leave 3000s for the finish, and then automatically it's giving me roughing and finish, right? So I'm gonna say that I'm gonna use an outer diameter tool, and I'm gonna give it 1 inch which is again is the the thickness of the holder for the insert is 1 inch square. I'm gonna give it a code R, capital F, roughing finish, right? And the depth is gonna go 25 thousandths. And since we're using aluminum, I'm gonna say the speeding, the SFM or cutting speed is 1200, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna cut 12 thousandths per revolution, and here I'm gonna turn on my coolant. This I'm gonna leave it blank. Same for the finish, 1200, right? Now, this here is not the feed rate for the finish because it's too fast. That will be too fast. All right. We wanna set up the feed rate for the finish later. We're just gonna push enter, 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 and then we're gonna set the geometry, right? So we're gonna start at 2 inches and a quarter. And we're gonna start, since we have 80 thousandths here, we're gonna start at 0.60 or 0.06. We're gonna start at 60 thousandths, and we're gonna finish at 0 and 0 on Z. And then here I'm gonna set up the the feed rate for the finish. Is I'm gonna use 4, right? Enter. And that was the facing, and now I'm gonna set up the OD. I'm gonna start making the OD, turning bar, and then out, and then I'm gonna say I'm gonna start at 2 inches and a quarter, enter, and I'm gonna say 0, enter, and I'm gonna leave 6 thousandths for the finish for the X, and I'm gonna leave 3 thousandths for the Z. Alright, and again it's giving me automatically 2 tools, roughing and finish. Okay, so I'm gonna say out, which means is an outside tool, and then 1 inch. I'm gonna use exactly the same 2 tools I was using for the facing. Okay, R and F. Okay, so this is the pattern. So we're gonna say 0 here, and the depth we're gonna say 50. And again, the SFM 1200, 0.012, 0.012, M8 for the coolant. Same thing here. Same thing here. Here. And then comes the geometry. So we're gonna say line. Then we're gonna give it a chamfer. We're gonna give it a chamfer of 20 thousandths. And then we're gonna start. We're gonna end at 0.750, which is the small diameter, and then 750 the feed rate, and then the next one, the next diameter, we're gonna give it also a 20 thousandths chamfer, and we're gonna say 2 inches, and it's 2 inches, and we're gonna pretend that we are cutting it with a part of tool. So we're gonna say we're gonna go deeper with 2 inches plus 1/8 is 2 inches and 1/8 plus 20 thousandths is 2 inches and 145, right? So I'm gonna say here 2 inches 145, right? It's 2 inches plus 125 plus 20 is 2 inches 145. Okay. Then I'm gonna say enter, and then I'm gonna say end of shape, and then I'm gonna say end, and that's the end of the program. So this little program here is gonna create the shape that I show you at the beginning. And look, I'm gonna say toolpath. Oh, before anything, we're gonna give it the machining priority. So we wanna say 2, 4, 2, and 4, right? And we're gonna check. We're gonna say here program and program layout, and you can see what's going on here. It's facing bar, which means it's cutting outside, the OD diameters, and it's roughing. You can see roughing facing, roughing OD, and then finishing facing, and then finishing OD, right? You can see it here, 2, 2, 4, 4, and that's how it is here, 2, 2, and then 4, 4. And we're gonna see really quick the toolpath. Do you want to load tool data? No, because I don't have it here. And there it is. We're gonna try to see. We're gonna try it to see the toolpath. It's showing it here. There it goes. It does the roughing, and it's gonna show the cutting of the OD2. I'm gonna go a little bit faster. There it goes. That's it. Okay. Right. So we're gonna close it, and we're going to save it, and we're gonna close it, and we're gonna stop right here.